Dear Starseed, something has already changed inside you, and somewhere beneath the surface you know it, not as a thought, but as a felt knowing, a quiet certainty that the ground beneath your life is no longer quite where it used to be. I am Azuron, a representative of the High Council of Sirius, and what I want you to understand before anything else is this. What you are feeling is not confusion, it is orientation. Your inner compass is recalibrating because the direction of your journey has already shifted. By the end of this transmission, you will understand what has already been activated within you, why this shift feels different from anything you have moved through before, and how to remain steady as the transition continues to unfold. Every starseed who carries Sirian codes reaches a moment where the change they have been sensing quietly becomes undeniable. Not because something dramatic has happened on the outside, but because the accumulation of countless small inner movements has finally broken the surface. Like a tide that has been rising in the dark, patient and deliberate, until the morning light reveals just how far the water has come. This is that moment for you. The process did not begin today. It has been building across many quiet weeks, many restless nights, many moments where something felt just slightly different, but you could not name what it was. The Arcturian Council confirms what your soul has already been registering. A larger movement is now approaching your field, and you are not standing at its edge waiting for it to arrive. You are already inside it. The heaviness, the heightened sensitivity, the strange sense that time itself is moving differently. These are not signs that something is wrong. They are signs that something is completing and something larger is beginning to open. You did not find this message by accident. Your Sirian codes recognized this signal before your mind could process it, and they carried you here because you are ready to understand what is already in motion. Stay with me until the end. What comes next will give you language for what your soul has already been living, and I am grateful you are here with me now. If you've been feeling restless lately, not exactly unhappy, not exactly satisfied, just aware that something is shifting beneath the surface, this is for you, because there is a particular kind of discomfort that arrives when your life is not falling apart, but falling open. It can feel like waiting for a storm that never quite comes, an atmospheric pressure building without a visible cloud on the horizon. Yet you can feel it in the marrow of your bones, in the hum of your spirit. It's like standing at the very edge of an immense, shimmering ocean that you can't quite name. A vastness stretching before you, beckoning you into its depths, even as your conscious mind struggles to label the sensation. The air has subtly changed pressure, thick with unseen possibility, and your body, your intuitive vessel, has registered this profound alteration long before your logical mind could piece together an explanation or articulate the yearning that now echoes within you. This isn't a superficial unease. It's a deep primal tremor, a spiritual barometer responding to an imminent, majestic change. And I want you to hear this clearly, to absorb it into every fiber of your being, allowing its truth to settle like calm waters in your deepest inner sanctuary. You are not broken. There is no fundamental flaw within your core. You are not losing your way, despite the disorientation and the unfamiliar terrain you might perceive yourself to be navigating. This isn't a sign of regression or misguidance. Rather, it is a profound testament to your unfolding journey. And no, you are not too sensitive for feeling what others around you don't seem to feel, or perhaps refuse to acknowledge. Your sensitivity is not a weakness, but a finely tuned instrument, a magnificent antenna picking up frequencies that coarser energies miss. It is precisely this sensitivity that allows you to detect the profound stirrings within. The waters within you, the ancient sacred rivers of your soul, are not stagnant. They are moving with purpose, with an undeniable life-affirming force. What you're sensing, what is creating this exquisite internal tremor, is the hidden work surfacing. a grand spiritual excavation, bringing to light the precious truths and forgotten wisdom that have long resided in your depths, awaiting their moment to be revealed. It is an internal renaissance, a spiritual awakening gaining momentum from the inside out. For so long, perhaps for lifetimes, you learned to construct and live on the shoreline of yourself. This was a place of perceived safety, a functional, capable, and steady enough existence, designed to navigate the demands of daily life, to get through the days with competence and a semblance of order. On this shoreline, you built routines, accepted societal norms, and often prioritized external expectations over the faint whispers of your inner world. Yet deeper down, beneath the shifting sands and the rhythmic ebb and flow of the tides that kiss that superficial edge, there has always been another current, a vast, powerful undercurrent of pure, unadulterated consciousness. This was a quiet, profound intelligence that did not require external validation, did not need proof or logical explanation to exist. It simply was, patiently awaiting the precise, divine moment to rise, to assert its presence, to reclaim its rightful domain within you. That moment, dear soul, is not just approaching. That moment is arriving right now as you feel these words resonate through your being, stirring the very depths of your spiritual ocean. This ancient current is now making its presence known, urging you to move beyond the familiar and into the boundless. This burgeoning inner movement explains why the old routines, once comforting and predictable, suddenly feel strange, like clothes that no longer fit or pathways that lead nowhere compelling. You find yourself questioning the autopilot mode, seeking deeper meaning in every action. It clarifies why certain conversations, once engaging or at least tolerable, now feel thin, lacking substance, failing to nourish the burgeoning spiritual hunger within you. Your soul is craving depth, authenticity, and resonance. It elucidates why your ambitions, once clearly defined and pursued with vigor, may be changing shape, morphing into something less about external achievement and more about internal fulfillment, purpose, and alignment. The external metrics of success are dissolving, replaced by an inner compass recalibrating to a higher truth. And most profoundly, it reveals why your nervous system, that intricate network of sensitivity and perception, is persistently asking for more silence, to hear the soul's song, more truth, to shed all pretense and more space, to expand into the magnificent being you are becoming. It's a biological plea for spiritual recalibration, a somatic yearning for sacred stillness and genuine expression. Your soul is now meticulously recalibrating your inner architecture, meticulously tending to the very blueprint of your being. Imagine a majestic ancient temple within you, undergoing a profound restoration. Every pillar, every archway, every sacred chamber is being brought back into its original divine harmony. The intricate patterns within you, the energetic matrix that defines your unique essence, are realigning not to disrupt you, not to dismantle you into chaos, but rather to restore you with loving precision to your original pristine design, the immaculate template of your higher self, untainted by the accumulated dust of conditioning and compromise. This is not about becoming someone new, but about remembering and returning to the most authentic, powerful, and radiant version of you that has always existed at your core. It's a homecoming of the spirit, a deep remembrance of your inherent wholeness and divine blueprint. In the profound wisdom of the Sirian star elders, transformation is rarely a loud, dramatic event at its inception. It seldom arrives with a fanfare or a sudden, seismic shift that everyone can witness. Instead, it begins in a far more subtle yet utterly powerful way, like the vast, ancient sea changing its tide. To the casual observer, standing on the distant shore, the surface of the ocean may appear unchanged, placid, and familiar. But for those who are devoted, those who are attuned to the subtle energies, those who listen with their inner ears and feel with their soul's sensitivity, the profound shift is palpable. They notice the almost imperceptible alteration in the pull, the subtle redirection of the current, the quiet turning point beneath the vast expanse. You can feel that pull changing direction within your own being, a profound whisper that precedes the roar, a gentle turning that indicates an irreversible journey towards a new horizon. This inner barometer is your sacred gift, guiding you through the subtle initiation of transformation. So if you've been asking yourself, with a pang of nostalgia or confusion, why can't I go back to who I was? Why does that past version of me feel so utterly alien now? It's because you're not meant to. To attempt to regress would be to swim against the sacred river of your own evolution, a futile and disheartening endeavor. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you for outgrowing what once fit, for shedding the chrysalis of a past self that, while perhaps serving you well at one time, no longer aligns with the magnificent butterfly you are becoming. This natural progression is a sign of growth, not failure. Furthermore, there is nothing chaotic or fundamentally flawed about the way your emotions come and go, ebbing and flowing like the lunar tides within you. When the waters of the soul have been still for too long, held in a state of suspended animation, perhaps out of fear or societal pressure, the first awakening movement can indeed feel like a bewildering turbulence. It can feel unsettling, a disruption of the perceived calm. But turbulence is not a sign of failure or a mistake. It is the undeniable, vibrant evidence of motion. It is the stirring of dormant life, the reawakening of your deepest essence, the sacred waters beginning to move once again, carrying you towards renewal and liberation. It is life returning, roaring back into your veins, reclaiming every part of your being. And yes, sometimes, let us be honest and acknowledge, this profound awakening will feel profoundly inconvenient. It will ask you to rearrange your priorities, to reevaluate your commitments, to challenge long-held beliefs, and sometimes even to shed relationships that no longer serve your highest good. Awakening doesn't always arrive like a radiant, gentle sunrise, painting the sky with soft hues of dawn and bathing everything in immediate clarity and warmth. Often, it arrives with a less glamorous, more challenging, yet equally essential process, like silt rising from the riverbed. This is not a regression, not a sign that you are moving backward or becoming less refined. On the contrary, it is because what was long buried beneath the surface of your conscious awareness, old wounds, forgotten traumas, suppressed emotions, ancestral patterns, limiting beliefs, is finally, after lifetimes perhaps, ready to be seen with compassionate eyes, felt fully without judgment, released from its energetic grip, and ultimately, profoundly forgiven. It is the purification process that precedes true clarity, the necessary stirring before the waters can finally settle and reveal their pristine depths. You are not being punished by this shift, my dear one, despite how uncomfortable or disorienting it may sometimes feel. There is no divine retribution at play. Instead, you are being prepared by it, meticulously honed and refined for the next grand phase of your soul's magnificent journey. This shift is a sacred initiation, a profound apprenticeship in self-mastery and authentic living. Some of what is surfacing now is indeed old emotion, deeply lodged energies that never had a safe, compassionate moment or space to move through you in the past, now demanding your gentle attention and release. Some of it is profound truth, deep knowing that you instinctively postponed bringing into your conscious awareness because the world around you, or even your own ego, wasn't yet ready to receive or integrate it. And a significant part of it is memory, subtle, ethereal, not always visual in the traditional sense, but deeply carried in sensation, in an undeniable resonance within your very cells. It might manifest as a profound familiarity with the vastness of the ocean, a sense of belonging whenever you gaze upon its endless expanse. It could be a strange, profound comfort that washes over you with the sound and feel of rain, as if ancient memories are being cleansed and activated. Or perhaps, most tellingly, it manifests as a deep, persistent longing, an ineffable yearning that doesn't quite match any single place or experience on Earth, a yearning for a home beyond this dimension, a remembrance of your cosmic origins. These are echoes of ancient truths, soul contracts, and distant starlight, all bubbling up to the surface. The ancient builders by the majestic Nile, those master architects of sacred structures and profound wisdom, understood this principle with unparalleled clarity. What is hidden, what lies beneath the visible surface, must rise and be brought into the light before it can truly be refined, purified, and integrated into a higher order. Their magnificent temples were not merely constructed from inert stone. They were meticulously built from a profound understanding of cosmic alignment, an intricate dance where inner geometry met outer sacred architecture at the most precise and resonant angles. These structures were living embodiments of energetic truth, and you, dear soul, are similarly being brought into a profound state of alignment. Not as a performance for an external audience, not as an outward display of spiritual prowess to gain recognition or approval. Rather, this is a sacred, deeply personal return, a homecoming to the original divine blueprint of your soul, where every aspect of your being vibrates in perfect harmony with your highest truth. It is the exquisite orchestration of your entire energetic system, preparing you to embody your full, radiant potential. So breathe with me for a moment, deeply and intentionally, allowing the sacred air to fill your lungs and expand your awareness. And as you exhale, consider this profound possibility. Open your mind to an alternative understanding. What if this profound restlessness, this persistent gnawing at the edges of your current reality, is not merely anxiety, not a symptom of something being wrong? What if it is, in fact, your future self, the radiant, fully actualized version of you, gently, persistently knocking from deep inside your ribs, from the very core of your heart space, asking you to make room, to expand your contain, or to clear the pathways for its imminent arrival? What if the life you've been living up until this very moment, with all its challenges, its lessons, its perceived detours and triumphs, has not been the destination itself, but rather a meticulously designed training ground, a rigorous yet ultimately benevolent preparation for something far grander? And what if, right now, as you stand on this precipice of transformation, the real current of your destiny, the authentic, powerful flow of your soul's purpose, is finally gathering strength, finally carrying you irrevocably towards the magnificent life you were truly meant to live? There's a deep, archetypal reason why water, in all its forms, the ocean's vastness, a river's flow, the gentle patter of rain, the silent depth of a well, has always felt like home to you, has resonated so profoundly with your inner being. This isn't a coincidence, it's a soul-level recognition. If what you're feeling right now is not just a passing emotion, but is confirming something ancient, something deeply intuitive and resonant that you've carried within your spiritual memory your entire life, then the Sirian Water Codes is your next essential step, your next guiding star. This sacred offering holds ancient Sirian healing practices, profound transmissions, and esoteric wisdom passed down through the very waters themselves, the elemental matrix of consciousness. Within it, you will discover powerful techniques for releasing energetic imprints and emotional weights that were never truly yours to carry, effectively severing cords to past burdens. You'll learn how to activate dormant, ancestral, and cosmic memory through the sacred sound and resonant frequency of rain, unlocking forgotten aspects of your multidimensional self. And you'll discover potent practices for sealing your precious frequency with the sacred energy of salt and the pure intention of your heart, protecting your energetic field and solidifying your emergent truth. You'll find the link to embark on this transformative journey in the first pinned comment below. But please be aware, it will only be available for a limited time, a brief window for those ready to dive deep. Now allow this profound shift to truly make sense, not merely as an abstract theory or an intellectual concept, but in the most tangible, intimate way. It moves through the fabric of your daily existence. Things have likely felt profoundly unclear lately, as if you're trying to perceive the world and your place in it through the dense, shimmering haze of deep, agitated water. This metaphorical fog isn't a sign that something is inherently wrong with you, or that your perception is faulty. On the contrary, it is the natural, inevitable phenomenon that occurs when old patterns of thought, ingrained behaviors, and outdated energetic structures begin their necessary process of dissolving. Just as a riverbed must churn and cloud with sediment as it purifies itself, the water of your consciousness has to become murky, agitated by the release of accumulated debris before it can finally settle into pristine clarity. You are not lost in this mist. You are deeply and purposefully in transition, standing precisely where you need to be. And it takes tremendous, unwavering courage, a profound act of faith, to stand patiently inside such a potent threshold without succumbing to the urge to force an answer, to rush the process, or to demand immediate resolution. This is the sacred art of surrender, trusting the unseen forces at play. And in this ethereal fog, amidst the dissolution of the familiar, you may begin to notice something else, something subtly profound, shifting within your desires. You no longer crave or find solace in the same distractions that once occupied your attention or numbed your unease. The superficial allure of external noise, endless scrolling, or ceaseless seeking outside yourself begins to wane. You may feel a significant decrease in your patience with extraneous noise, both literal and energetic, a deepening inability to pretend to be someone you're not, or to engage in superficial pleasantries that drain your spirit. There's a growing, undeniable reluctance to abandon yourself, to compromise your integrity or inner peace, solely to maintain an external, often illusory harmony with others. This is not you becoming difficult, rigid, or uncompromising in a negative sense. Far from it. This is you becoming profoundly, unapologetically honest. Honest with yourself, honest about your needs, honest about your truth. It is the blossoming of self-reverence, an unwavering commitment to your authentic essence. There's something exquisitely encoded inside you, a divine language of light and frequency that goes far deeper than anything you were ever explicitly taught in this current life, surpassing all societal conditioning, familial programming, or academic instruction. Every starseed, every soul that carries the resonance of distant stellar origins, carries within its very DNA a unique blueprint, a set of sacred instructions written not in the limited confines of human words or logical constructs, but in the pure vibrational language of frequency and light. This means you are not, and have never been, broken and desperately searching for answers outside yourself. On the contrary, you are inherently whole, complete, and beginning the magnificent process of remembering. And this profound remembrance often begins as a quiet, insistent pull towards something you can't fully articulate or explain with your rational mind. A magnetic draw that feels less like discovery and more like a profound, soul-deep recognition, a feeling of coming home to a truth that was always within you, simply awaiting its activation. It's the echo of ancient wisdom, whispering your true name. Then, after the initial turbulence of emergence, comes a phase many don't expect, a counterintuitive yet utterly essential stage, the stillness. This is precisely where panic often sets in, where the egoic mind, accustomed to constant movement and progress, perceives a halt, a void, a lack of forward momentum, causing anxiety because nothing outwardly seems to be moving or happening. But this stillness, dear heart, is not stagnation. It is not stalling. On the contrary, it is a profound process of anchoring, of grounding the new energies and insights that have surfaced. Imagine a mighty river, after traversing tumultuous rapids and narrow canyons, pausing in a wide, deep, and utterly calm pool before it finds its next passage through the towering mountains. In this tranquil basin, the waters settle, purify, and gather immense, latent power. Similarly, your soul is utilizing this sacred period to stabilize, integrate, and consolidate everything it has already received, everything that has surfaced, before it can responsibly hold and navigate what is coming next. The next wave of expansion, the next level of your journey. Be incredibly gentle with yourself here. Extend boundless compassion and patience. This phase is not empty. It is deeply sacred, a profound spiritual gestation. After the profound grace of the stillness, you begin to feel the current again, subtly at first, like the faint whisper of a breeze before it becomes a steady wind. It might be a gentle nudge, an intuitive flicker, a renewed sense of direction that feels organic and effortless. You may not yet consciously see the full scope of this re-energized flow, but know this: the people around you, often unconsciously, are already responding to the profound energetic shift that has occurred within you. They are registering your recalibrated frequency. Perhaps relationships that once felt vibrant have subtly changed, shifting in dynamic or depth. Maybe certain places that once brought comfort now feel heavy or draining, their energetic resonance no longer aligning with yours. Or perhaps certain friends feel unexpectedly distant, or particular topics of conversation, once engaging, now suddenly exhaust you, pulling your energy rather than uplifting it. These are not coincidences or random occurrences. When one powerful current, especially the mighty river of your soul, changes its direction with such profound intention, everything downstream is naturally and inevitably affected. You do not need to announce your transformation with grand statements or outward declarations. You are already transmitting it silently yet powerfully through your very being, through the updated vibrational signature of your soul. Your energetic field is speaking volumes, and then, precisely because you are actively transmitting a new frequency, because you are aligning with a higher truth, you will inevitably be asked to release. This is often the phase that feels the hardest, the most challenging, because it requires you to bravely and consciously let go of things you have been carrying for so long that they have become deeply entwined with your perceived identity, feeling like an inseparable part of who you are. This includes deeply ingrained beliefs about who you should be, beliefs absorbed from family, culture, or past experiences that no longer resonate with your authentic self. It encompasses the heavy burden of expectations placed upon you by well-meaning people who loved you, perhaps dearly, but could not, for their own reasons, truly perceive or read your deeper, more expansive nature. It also involves the emotional weight that rightfully belonged to others, their fears, their anxieties, their unresolved issues, but which settled into your energetic field because you, in your innate sensitivity and empathy, were porous enough, loving enough to absorb it. But now, the time for carrying these burdens is over. You have sacred, sovereign permission, granted by your own wise soul, to set it all down. The river, in its wisdom, doesn't cling to every stone or piece of debris it passes along its journey. It allows some to sink gently to the bottom, to dissolve, or to be carried away by other currents, while it keeps flowing, unimpeded and free. And when you finally, definitively stop dragging what was never truly yours to carry, You will feel an immense surge of vital life force and pure energy return to your body, a profound sense of lightness, like warmth returning to hands that have been numb and cold for far too long, igniting every cell with renewed purpose and vibrant life. Then comes the gentlest, yet most profound correction your soul will ever offer you: the sacred wisdom of timing. In a world obsessed with speed, with deadlines, with linear progress, it is easy to fall into the trap of believing you are somehow late, that you are inexplicably behind, or worse, that you are definitively missing it, missing the boat, missing your moment, missing your purpose. But I want to impress upon you the absolute truth that none of this is accurate. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not missing a single precious beat of your sacred symphony. The perceived delays, the unexpected detours, the years of profound not understanding what you were feeling or where you were going, none of it, not a single moment, was wasted. Every experience, every challenge, every period of quiet waiting served a specific, invaluable purpose in shaping the magnificent being you are now. The tide, that powerful and ancient force, does not rush its arrival. It moves with an inherent cosmic rhythm, but it always, inevitably, arrives with perfect precision. And your profound awakening, this magnificent flowering of your authentic self, is arriving now, in this very moment, precisely because now is when you have cultivated the capacity, the strength, and the integrated wisdom to hold its immensity without feeling overwhelmed, without abandoning your beautiful, evolving life in the process. It is the perfect moment for your soul's emergence. Finally, after all the turbulence, the release, the stillness, and the recalibration, the shift begins to feel simple. It's important to distinguish. Not necessarily easy, for transformation is rarely without its challenges, but profoundly, inherently simple in its essence. Your ultimate mission in this incarnation, dear one, was never about achieving something extraordinary by the fleeting, often superficial standards of the external world. Not about grand titles, immense fortunes, or widespread fame. Rather, your deepest mission has always been about something far more profound and powerful. It was about being present, fully, vibrantly, authentically present, in a way that only a soul with your unique energetic codes and your specific vibrational signature can possibly be. The most powerful act you can undertake, the most impactful contribution you can offer, is not the grand outward gesture that seeks applause. It is the quiet, unwavering alignment of your soul with its true, pristine frequency, allowing your authentic resonance to emanate effortlessly into the world around you. You don't need to figure out your entire, intricate path today, with every step mapped out and every outcome guaranteed. You just need to be here, in this sacred now, fully here, anchoring your authentic presence and trusting the unfolding. And this, dear heart, is the deeper truth that underpins all of it, the profound realization beneath every ripple of change. You are not lost. You never were. Your soul, in its infinite wisdom and foresight, chose a life path where the remembering of your true essence, your divine origins, and your sacred purpose would be a gradual, organic process, much like a majestic river originating from a single, pure source, finding its meandering yet ultimately purposeful way to the vast, encompassing sea through countless diverse landscapes. You chose depth, profound and challenging, over superficiality. And true depth, authentic transformation, requires time, unhurried, patient, and often expansive periods of inner work. It requires pressure, the precise kind of internal and external forces that serve to refine, clarify, and strengthen your resolve. And yes, it absolutely requires nights where you couldn't possibly explain the profound stirrings within you to anyone else, moments of isolating aloneness. And it demands mornings where you silently wondered if anyone anywhere would ever truly see you in your deepest, most vulnerable, and most magnificent truth. like a precious pearl, forming slowly and organically under the immense, unwavering weight and pressure of the ocean's depths. What you are ultimately becoming, the magnificent, multifaceted being you are evolving into, could only be exquisitely shaped and brought forth by exactly what you've been through, by every single challenge, every joy, every moment of confusion, and every profound lesson life has offered. Every moment of perceived confusion, every instance of feeling disoriented or unsure, was not a setback, but rather the sacred water working on you, tenderly loosening what no longer truly belonged to your authentic self, gently softening what had become too hardened by past wounds or protective mechanisms, and meticulously washing away borrowed identities, societal masks, and outdated narratives until only the pristine, undeniable truth of who you are remained, radiant and unblemished. You are not here in this incarnation to merely fit into a world that, in its rush and its forgetting, has lost touch with its own sacred geometry, its inherent harmony, its profound connection to the divine. On the contrary, you are here to remind it, not with harsh judgment or forceful declarations, but gently, beautifully, and powerfully by the very way you choose to live your life. You remind it by the unwavering way you refuse to abandon your precious inner knowing, that deep, intuitive wisdom that guides you even when logic fails. You remind it by the steadfast way you keep choosing clarity over superficial performance, authenticity over outward showmanship, even when it feels challenging or countercultural. And you remind it, perhaps most profoundly, by the way you courageously keep returning to love, to compassion, to forgiveness, even after experiencing disappointment, heartbreak, or perceived betrayal. Your embodiment of these truths is your greatest teaching, and the undeniable fact that you're still here, still listening to these words, still feeling the resonance within your heart, still earnestly searching for what is genuinely real and true amidst the noise, says everything about your soul's commitment, your readiness, and your inherent purpose. You're ready, not because everything in your life is suddenly perfect, flawlessly aligned, or devoid of challenge, but because your waters are moving again, powerfully, purposefully, carrying you toward the magnificent unfolding of your highest destiny. Tonight, if it feels right, if this message has stirred a deep resonance within you, place your hand gently over your heart. Feel the sacred rhythm of your own life force and say quietly, with profound intention and heartfelt conviction, I remember who I am. I trust the waters that carried me here, through every landscape and every season. I am ready to flow into what comes next, embracing my truth and my purpose with an open heart. Before you go, leave one word in the comments, just one, that describes what you felt during this message. Then, find someone else's word and respond with encouragement. This isn't just a comment section, it's a space where starseeds recognize each other, and that recognition carries more power than you know. If something in this message touched you, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and if you'd like to keep receiving these transmissions, subscribe. The waters of Sirius will carry us to the next one. You're not just watching, you're remembering. This is your space, and I'm grateful you were here.